Imagine falling into a problem so deep that no matter how hard you look, you can't see a way out. Your heart races. Your mind freezes. And a quiet voice inside whispers, "This is it, you're stuck." That moment, the second you decide whether to give up or fight, is the moment that shapes your entire life. And sometimes, the biggest lessons about courage don't come from heroes or kings. They come from a tiny story about two mice named Milo and Rico, trapped in a bucket of milk. This story matters because every person listening has felt trapped at some point. It might be pressure, failure, heartbreak, or self-doubt. Life has a way of dropping us into situations we didn't choose. And when it does, we face the same choice Milo and Rico faced that night. Do we accept defeat, or do we take action, even when action feels pointless? One quiet night, Milo and Rico were exploring a farmhouse kitchen, chasing crumbs and adventure. They were laughing in their own playful way, fearless and curious. But in a sudden slip, they both fell into a tall bucket of milk. The walls were smooth and impossible to climb. The milk was cold and deep. Panic hit instantly. Milo splashed widely beside Rico, both fighting to keep their heads above the surface. After a few desperate moments, Milo looked around and felt hopeless. He saw no ladder, no crack, no escape. Fear filled his chest. There's no way out, Milo thought. The more he stared at the tall walls, the more certain he became that fighting was useless. His kicks slowed. His energy faded. And the moment Milo stopped trying, he began to sink. The milk closed over him, not because he was weak, but because he believed effort no longer mattered. Beside him, Rico felt the same fear burning in his chest. His legs ached. His breath grew heavy. He also saw no clear way out. But instead of asking, "Can I escape?" Rico asked himself, "Can I keep moving for one more second?" And that became his focus. One more kick. One more breath. One more moment of effort. Rico didn't fight because he was sure he would win. He fought because he refused to surrender while he was still alive. Time stretched on, and something incredible began to happen. With every desperate kick Rico made, the milk around him slowly started to change. It thickened. His endless motion churned it into butter. And suddenly, beneath Rico's exhausted feet, he felt something solid, a platform created by his own persistence. With the last strength he had left, Rico climbed onto the butter and leaped out of the bucket, landing safely on the floor. The real power of this story isn't about mice or milk. It's about how action transforms reality. Milo represents the part of us that believes obstacles are final. Rico represents the part that keeps moving, even without guarantees. Most people wait for a clear path before they act. They want proof that their effort will pay off. But life rarely gives proof in advance. Rico never saw the butter coming, he created it by refusing to stop. The turning point is simple but life-changing. Success didn't come from knowing the answer. It came from continuing the effort. When you keep moving in difficult moments, like Rico, you are changing your situation in ways you cannot yet see. Every small action is like a kick in that bucket. It may feel invisible at first, but over time, those actions build something solid beneath you. And here's the message that stays with us. Life will drop you into buckets you didn't ask for. Some days will feel unfair and exhausting. You will be tempted to think like Milo and believe nothing you do matters. But the difference between sinking and surviving is often just one decision, the decision to keep going like Rico. You don't need perfect strength or perfect knowledge. You only need the courage to take the next small action. Because action creates chances. Action creates movement. Action creates hope where none existed before. So when you find yourself trapped in your own bucket, remember Milo and Rico. Don't ask if escape is guaranteed. Ask if you can move one more second, try one more time, take one more step. Because the platform you need might already be forming beneath your feet. And in the end, The lesson is unforgettable. Fate may place you in the bucket like it did to Milo and Rico, but your actions, and your actions alone, decide whether you sink or rise.